Yo guys, welcome back, and welcome to the day I make a build with a male Descendant. Thanks to Twitch chat, we hit 400 subs in the subathon, which required me to do a Esiemo build video, a Descendant that I only put Catalyst into the first time just a couple days ago as another sub goal. We will mainly go over the bossing build I use for Ice Maiden, but I will also show a mobbing build for leveling. If you enjoy seeing builds like this being put together live, or just have general TFD questions and want to hang with the community, feel free to stop by Twitch. We're still in the middle of a subathon, and the next goal is a Jaber build video. Link is in the description. With that out of the way, let's get into it. So let's get into the mods, and we're going to start with the bossing build. We are burning a bunch of cooldown here, so we're using MP Conversion, Nimble Fingers, Focus on Fire, and Focus on Tech. Then we're running Fire Amplification and Tech Amplification. We're using HP Amp for HP because we are going to take some hits here. Lethal Infection, which we're going to proc with our launcher, turned out to be better than Dangerous Ambush. We're using Antifreeze because she is going to do the stomp near us, and we do not want her to freeze us, so we can keep on dropping bombs and blowing her up. And Strong Mentality for the skill cost. This was very, very helpful, and I do suggest make sure you have this in your build. Now, for your Reactor, I have gone with Tech and Colossus. You could get away with cooldown Tech or cooldown Colossus, I would say, but those are probably going to be your three best options. Of course, you need a Fire Tech, and you want to make sure you have it mounted for your tactical rifle. As far as your components, you want two-piece Plague for the Tech skill power, and then you're going to want the two-piece Hunter set for the cooldown. So let's get into our Arche tuning now. We're going to come all the way to the right for our skill power, and we're going to make sure we get the skill cost here and our Colossus damage, and we're going to make our way up to the cooldown, and then we're going to come over here to the mutant cell, and we're going to go with burn of vulnerability for our inversion reinforcement. I have gone with, of course, fire focus rounds. This is going to be for our restored relic. I went with Arche circulation tactic for the added cooldown for 10 seconds. Seemed to work pretty well. There could be another option here if you want to survive a little better, which is going to be antibody explosion. And then I went with selective neurostimulation for the MP regain. Now for our weapons, we are starting with the restored relic, but this is mostly to get the weak points broken and then get the added skill power damage from that. So this is going to be built for that. Basically the same thing we went with Serena, except I added expand weapon charge for a few extra shots. And then we have our Secret Garden, and this is purely just a stat stick. I would suggest to still have sprint speed on this if you can. And as far as the mods, just make sure you have brisk walk for the added sprint speed as well. All right, so let's get into the mobbing setup. We are running Creative Explosion. This is basically going to be spam your 4 as much as possible while you toss bombs all around the map. We're running a ton of cooldown MP Conversion, Nimble Fingers, Focus on Fire with Focus on Tech, Fire Amplification with Tech Amplification, Amplification Control, which with the Arche tuning is going to give us enough range, HP Amp for the HP, MP Collector, and as far as the last slot, 2 that I would suggest is either going to be Fire Syncytium, or just adding more HP for survivability, or some skill cost, so you don't have to worry about running out of mana, and you can just spam and spam and spam, pick either one that you want. Now, for your Reactor, I have a cooldown cost here, not too great. I'd say cooldown Tech is going to be the God roll. Cooldown is nice. Tech for the damage, great. You get a cooldown Fire, sure. Just make sure you have cooldown. Make sure your mounting is right for your tactical rifle, because you will be using Secret Garden. And for your skill power boost ratio, Fire skill and Tech skill. Now, for your components, same setup that we were running for Ice Maiden. You're going to want the two-piece Plague along with the two-piece Hunter. Make sure you have your MP on all your pieces. And for the Arche tuning, pretty close to the same setup we were running on Ice Maiden. We're getting our skill cost here. Like I said, we're getting more range. Make sure you get to the enhanced skill power. Make your way up to the cooldown, and then you're going to go with Fire Cohesion for your mutant cell. As far as your Secret Garden, same setup I just showed before. I'll show it again. Most important thing here is your sprint speed, and make sure you have brisk walk. Veil Analyzer is nice if the enemies are having shields, so if you're in Void Vessel or something like that. And for your inversion reinforcement, we have gone with Arche circulation tactic, selective neurostimulation for the MP gain, and biodensity for the added HP. And that covers everything for the Esiemo Handsome Hunk build. Any questions or suggestions about the builds, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe is appreciated. Thanks, guys. Peace.